When the clock strikes 12 and the black cats twitch, slip through the stacks with such a witch. Murder and moonlight, story so rich, a spellbound page in a villainous hitch. Ooh. Ghosts in the hall and a cauldron pitch. It's crime, it's through the sex, such a witch. Stay spooky, darling.
Hello!
Right. Ready?
Something like that.
I am so ready. I've never been more ready for anything in the whole of my life.
Keen. Let's
I mean,
do this. Welcome back, you sexy witch, to Such a Witch, the podcast where we stir the cauldron of the creepy, the cursed, and the truly disturbing. My name's Natalie, and my glamorous co-host for this evening, and of course every other evening, is
Lindsay!
Corpse like Lindsay. She's not allowed to move because she keeps freezing. How is young Lindsay today?
I'm annoyed because my camera keeps freezing.
Yeah, it's been a bit testy, isn't it? Maybe it's just had enough of the heat, although it is significantly cooler today.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. And then we had that, did you get the thunderstorm by you?
It was incredible.
I'm so annoyed.
loved it.
My window was open and obviously the rain was absolutely thrashing down. So I woke up and I just sort of closed the window, and I'm annoyed because I love a storm. I'm annoyed because everyone's like, it's the best one we've seen in years. And I'm like, well, I was fucking asleep. It's like 2 in the morning or something, wasn't it? Did you wake up?
It woke me up. Well, no, I tell a lie. So Willow had got into bed with me. Matt was downstairs because Matt couldn't cope with how hot it was upstairs in our room. And one of the cats obviously was sat in the window while it kicked off, and it scared the cat. So the cat launched itself off the window and jumped on me. That's how I woke up. And then I just watched it for ages. Willow didn't wake up one bit. And I mean, it was pretty intense. It was loud, and it was beautiful.
I saw videos and stuff of it. They say it literally lit up the whole sky.
Yeah.
There was annoyed.
A fantastic picture someone took of Tewkesbury Cathedral, Tewkesbury Abbey, and it was the lightning had hit it, and it was
no way.
Yeah, but it was fantastic.
I'll see if I can find it and we'll insert it, and we'll actually insert it.
Yeah, well, you did insert pictures last time. Good going. It was good.
Thank you.
And
you like that in our what's it called? What did we do it? Ancient Ram.
The Ancient Ram.
It's been a long day, innit?
We had some good feedback on that one though.
We did. I enjoyed that one.
That was a good one. And while we're doing this one, recording this new one, we have our short, which is not really a short.
It's 40 minutes long. It's not even short.
We had a good time filming it. Who cares?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good. So Am I the Arsehole is up on all our platforms. So please go and take a listen when you can.
Yeah. I hope it gets some good reviews because we very much enjoyed doing that. We basically just put the world to rights and everyone is an asshole. I mean, we think that anyway. We don't need a reason to talk about how everyone's an asshole.
We need a very little reason to kind of go in on somebody, to be honest.
But you'll need to look out for some extra sound effects that I've put in as well.
God, like what?
You'll have to watch it. Watch it after this.
I'm going to watch it after this.
Frozen
again. Stop it! Very glitchy. What the fuck? What is this day and age where we've got this glitchy software? Like a robot. It's like AOL dial-up.
I'm gonna smash his computer up.
It's been a week. We don't need this right now. We're trying to vibe.
Anyway, shall we get into what we're talking about today? Because this one is, I'm gonna say, less fun and less spooky vibes and more kind of sleep with your light on. It's definitely makes you question your entire belief system. I've got many questions because I feel like you know a lot more about this than I do.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't know much about it, but yeah, from what I've read so far, I think there's going to be some emotional damage to this one.
I'm going to need you to insert the actual emotional damage. But yes, if anyone has not realised who we're talking about in this episode, we're talking about... Now, a lot of people say her name differently, so I'm going to say it how I think it's pronounced, and I apologise if it's wrong, but we're going to talk about Anneliese Michel.
That's how I thought it was said. Anneliese.
Yeah. So she's the real case behind the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Have you... Well, we'll get on to that. So, spoiler alert, it's a real story. if you're not seen the movie, and it's about 10 times more grim and about 50 times more frustrating than the actual movie itself. So it's a young girl who was put under 67 Catholic exorcism rites during the year before she sadly died. It's rough.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you've watched that then?
Have you not? Yeah,
I've not seen it.
interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
You need to watch it.
Is it a family friendly?
No, you can't watch
movie?
this with the kids, mate.
Should I get the kids and some popcorn around? Okay, so there's going to be some trigger warnings. So we can't have anyone trying to sue us. So if you've got any strong feelings about mental illness, religious extremism, put my teeth back in, neglect and death. This one is bleak. Maybe miss it out or watch it and just don't blame us for any nightmares.
We will not be blamed for this one, but grab your tea. Maybe don't look into any dark corners. And if your fridge just suddenly opens up, ignore it. It's not the matter.
It'll be a sleepwalk.
Midnight snack. Don't mind
me. It was a ghost. It was a ghost. Not me. I'm a midnight snack.
You crazy.
Sorry,
right.
I've got a bed sheet.
Fit. So before the chaos begins, okay, we need to talk about Anneliese herself. Because I think she often gets overlooked and reduced to just that exorcism girl, which feels wildly unfair. She was a person.
So Anneliese Michel was born on the 21st September 1952 in Bavaria, West Germany, into a strictly Roman Catholic family. So her whole upbringing was deeply religious, and we're talking like daily mass, really strong beliefs on sin, guilt, the works, that sort of gig. So how old was she? I was trying to figure it out. So
16?
Yeah, so she was a teenager.
She was a teenager,
so
yeah.
You kind of have to do everything your ma and pa say.
Well, it sounds intense, and I think she was born into a household of like 3 other sisters as well, and her parents were Joseph, and I think that's how they pronounce it. It's not going to be Joseph. I think it's going to be Joseph and Anna. So her childhood wasn't at all in the way of light. Her mother actually had a child out of wedlock before marriage, so she carried a lot of shame with that, and I think it seems like that religious kind of guilt just trickled down into the household. So a very strict household.
Yeah, to see the photo of it, I'll insert it. You think, just looking at that photo, you go, yeah, normal family.
Yeah. 4 girls, fuck that.
No, God, I would 2. It's bad enough.
One is bad enough.
It's very important, obviously, because people get influenced by sort of what happens in their childhood and how they parent. So because from a really young age, Anneliese was described as kind and intelligent and just deeply devout in her religion, but also incredibly burdened by the fear of sin and punishment. So she was even taught that there were still witches, or similar evil people that were walking around and could put curses on you and stuff like that. And I mean, this is hundreds of years after like all the chaos with witches in the 1600s. So you can imagine that's been pushed down from her mum, wasn't it?
Well, I find this quite interesting that she was taught this, because obviously the period of time where this is at, you're talking about a few years after the Second World War. So obviously Germany at that time is going to still be really tense and, recovering from that really kind of awful experience that was kind of pushed onto the German people, which was the Nazi regime. And, I think it's interesting that she was teaching the girls that there's witches or evil people around, where actually the real evil was probably around a few years before in the form of the Nazi party. So what key are you in?
I'm just testing. That was brilliant.
You are something else. Right, I'm gonna go.
That?
Can I go?
We were talking about the Nazis.
We were talking about the Nazis, the bastards.
Fucking bastards. I was going to say, I think the reason her mum has obviously fed her all these stories is to just scare her that much into just doing what she wants, almost like living her life how she wants. Because obviously, like you said, she'd had a child out of wedlock. So she's just scaring the living shit out of her kids so they don't take one step out of line. Like you said, they've obviously been traumatized by the war or whatever that's happened before.
Definitely.
It's like, that's just an extra element of it. She probably, you don't know what she said. She's probably said, they were cursed too. You don't know.
Well,
evil.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, that is a good
Dunno.
point. So by the time Anneliese was 16 in 1968, she started experiencing serious health issues. So she had seizures. Eventually, she was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy. And then in June 1970, Anneliese had a third seizure while she was at a psychiatric hospital, because I think she was staying there. They weren't quite sure what was going on with her. And I think at the time they kind of went, this is all kind of going to be neurological, psychosomatic or whatever. So she went to a psychiatric hospital where they were treating her with some anticonvulsant medication, but it wasn't helping. And actually it was starting to make things worse for her. So she also started to have what we would now know in this day and age as night terrors. Well, it sounds like night terrors.
Yeah.
She would kind of be asleep, wake up, and then she just couldn't move her body. Sometimes felt like something was sat on her chest. She started to describe seeing devil faces, and doctors then started her on treatment for a psychotic condition which we know as schizophrenia. And then she also had disturbed behaviors and delusions as well.
Must be so scary. Imagine being 16 and like going through that. That'd be absolutely terrifying.
It was traumatizing. Like, are you kidding? Like,
oh my god, so
mad.
that's where things start to get a bit complicated, because what the doctors saw as, like, we know as well, like neurological illness, Anneliese and her family began to sort of interpret that as something more sinister.
I think this is where, I mean, like Lindsay, quite rightly, you gave a bit of a trigger warning that we will discuss kind of themes of like religion and things like that. I'm right in kind of saying that neither of us are remotely religious.
No.
I mean, I was christened. I don't really know what it's meant to do for me, but it's something I was christened as a child and then just never go through religion. How to word this? I don't like religion.
No, I know what you mean, because it's my microphone on. Yeah, I know what you mean, because often it creates extremist behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like it creates that sort of hysteria where if you're not living your life the way that they've been, what I think sometimes slightly brainwashed, which, you know, this is kind of cult-like, isn't it? How she's led her to live her life. It makes people behave in a way that you probably, from an outsider's point of view, it doesn't seem rational. But in their mind, because of what they've been told, they believe that that's the only way to live. I think I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me at all.
I think, I'm sure down the line we'll get into like things that have happened with cults and things like that, because I find that quite fascinating, the mindset people have and how people can manipulate people. But I think you could be fair and see religion as itself some kind of cult, like you said, because people follow this ideology where suddenly someone's just come along and said, this is the gospel, this is what was written, and this is what we should do, from hundreds, thousands of years ago.
And I think it's their literal interpretation of the words that were written in there. Whereas I don't believe they are more like the morals of the story of how you should live your life. I don't think they're trying to say live your life word for word like this. And also, who the hell are they? I'm sorry. Who's this dude that's written in this Bible? Like, you don't know if they were genuinely a good or bad person. You're just going off the words that they've written in this book.
Yeah. I
mean, we could start a massive debate, and I know we were never going to resolve the issues of religion. I'm not here to change anybody's mind.
Absolutely
I'm not raising my children religious, but they go to a Church of England school, and if anything, I've not said anything about religion, and they come home and they're like, God, they talk about this a lot. And I'm like, yeah, you go to a Church of England school, but there's kids of other religions that go to that school too. Like, it's not
that's interesting.
So yeah, there's children that are, you know, practicing Muslims that go, and it's just, and they still sort of, they are respectful that that's the school that they go to, and the school respect that they might not necessarily want to participate in certain things, but they generally do. Like, if there's hymns, they'll, you know, sing in the hall when it's like assembly. But yeah, I think a religion would probably be quite nice if it's more of a community based, and it's more just about just trying to be a good person generally. And being around like-minded people. But I think when you take it so literally, it starts and it makes you do extreme behaviors. It just doesn't seem right.
No, and I mean we're not kind of bashing anything or any religion in particular. I think it's all quite confusing and quite I like I don't agree
We don't
with
know enough
any kind
about
of
it, do
we
we?
don't know enough about it. But from some things I do see I don't like, but then some things I do see, like you said, with the community, and like people have, when they don't come from anything and they go to a church or a service and they have that community around them. I think I quite like that, and a lot of the charity stuff that they do and things like that. That's really nice, and that shouldn't be kind of brought in with everything that's kind of negative about it. But then neither do I, or I'm sure I don't want it force fed down my throat. Like you go into especially areas like Birmingham and stuff like that, there's a lot of all different religions. Even in if you go into Tewkesbury or Worcester or Cheltenham, there's always going to be someone with the Bible stood there kind of telling you you're going to hell because you're wearing Crocs or some shite. I
remember being 16 or 17 and there was somebody that was obviously trying to spread the word of God or whatever. And he told me, because I said he was coming up to a teenage girl that was on her own. I think I stood on my own, but my friends were nearby and came up to me. And I was like, no, I don't want to speak to you. And he continued to keep talking to me. So I basically told him to
fuck off.
F off. And then he told me that I was going to hell. And I'm like, what? Because I don't want to be harassed by a grown man and I'm a teenager. You see what I mean? Like, it's just not, I don't think that's okay. And I think it's, believe what you want to believe. I don't really care. You crack on. But nobody's going to be forcing me to believe that. No. I will seek out the answers if I choose to look into it. But I, like you said, certainly don't want it ramming down my throat. And I don't want to be forced into believing anything. If anything, it's going to make me not believe in it.
Exactly. Well, it's
belligerence.
It's interesting that you kind of bring up being told you're going to hell and things like that. So Anneliese's condition was progressing and things got really strange. So by 70, fucking hell, she's not that old. By 1973, she began experiencing depression, and she even expressed that she was having hallucinations while she prayed, and she complained that she kept hearing voices telling her that she was damned and that she would rot in hell. It's that lad that was having a pop at you in town.
Literally,
wanker.
I was like, fuck off, mate. I ain't go nowhere. And not just that, she claimed that she could smell things as well, like things that were burning or the smell of decay, and then refused to go near religious objects at times. Medically, I mean, in our mind, we're thinking something's up, aren't we? Like these symptoms could line up with psychosis that can then be linked to epilepsy or severe depression. And, it can be completely explained by some sort of medical or mental health crisis that she's going through.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, spiritually, family are looking at it going, that's demons, that is. That's straight to demons. That's the reason that this is all happening to her. So there's no middle ground. There's no, let's try a second option or a second opinion. No. It's just immediate supernatural escalation. And I think this is where it gets really sad, because Anneliese herself starts to believe that she's actually been possessed.
But that's the terrifying thing. She's going to believe that because she's being told, you trust your parents more than anything in the world. So if they're telling you that that's what's happening, especially if you're going through some sort of mental health crisis and you probably don't really know what the hell's going on, your brain's going to start to believe that. So everything that she was obviously experiencing, and then she's being told by her family that that's what it is, she's going to be, we've got to believe the frontal lobe wasn't, fully formed then. I made many a poor decision when I was 16.
Absolutely.
I thought I bloody knew everything. Plus, as we mentioned before, it seems like the medications that she'd been on, they weren't working, wasn't really explored any further. They've just gone, you're possessed.
Yeah, you're possessed, hun. I mean, we've seen if you're new tuning in and things like that, me and Lindsay are both registered nurses. We worked on the wards for a long time, and we saw many a patient in the throes of a delirium, or they're suffering with dementia, or even patients are in real psychotic kind of episodes,
or even with withdrawing from alcohol, loads of things, or being generally having I don't know, their bloods are just deranged. If anyone's got a high or low sodium level, have you seen how flipping confused they are. So there could have been
Absolutely
loads of
off their
things.
tit.
Honestly, they don't know what day it is. I couldn't even tell you. They're just on another planet.
It's incredible what the body goes through and what it will exhibit as a sign of distress when it's not well. But
Yeah.
in Annaliese's case, instead of adjusting a treatment or maybe changing up some medication or changing the dose or referring to other medical experts in their fields for their opinions, the narrative became, see, medicine can't fix this, which is like saying, one paracetamol can't fix your migraine. Satan. It must be Satan in your head because, this is not working. So it's spiritual why you're not getting better.
It's almost like they wanted it to be that.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Yeah. So apparently Anneliese and her family organised Christian pilgrimages to Italy. And during this time, her escort, which was one of the priests that we'll mention a bit later on, said that she was unable to walk past a crucifix and refused to drink water from a holy spring. I mean, that could mean anything, couldn't it?
Yeah, it really could. It really could. This girl is unwell. This is what it means. Like, this girl is unwell. Her mother, for one, makes my piss boil, as mothers ourselves. Like, her mother tried to tell people she saw signs of stigmata on her daughter. Now, I'm sure though everyone knows what stigmata is, but if people don't know, apparently it's wounds in the palm of the hand or on the feet, which is meant to symbolize the wounds that Jesus had when he was nailed to the cross.
Oh my God. It's just like pure neglect, this, isn't it?
Insane.
It's awful.
It really is.
By 1975, after years of these symptoms, I mean, I'm amazed the poor girl's still going, to be honest. Her family petitioned to the Catholic Church for an official exorcism because that's what she needs, apparently.
So here's the thing. So the church, quite surprisingly, doesn't just hand these out like prescriptions. Like, I think the insistence is, or my thought was that they'd be like, yeah, let's do an exorcism, but they actually refuse.
Okay, but I wonder what their checklist is. Like, we're only going to accept if like you meet certain criteria.
Stigmata?
Yeah, stigmata. Can you go
Shit.
near a crucifix?
You
refused holy water and you can smell shit? No, not quite there yet. Not quite there.
Yeah.
You need a few more for
They just stood there with a clipboard, just like, no, not quite. No,
not
it's
quite
gonna have to be
exorcism material.
It's gonna have to be a no this time, or a big fucking cross on like Britain's Got Talent, where they just line up and go. She's Annaliese's on the stage, the poor girl, and they're just like, no, it's a no from me. The big fucking buzzer.
The four of them.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm sorry, you will not be exercised this time.
Yeah, maybe try again next year.
Fucking ridiculous.
So apparently it took multiple requests, and then eventually a bishop approved it. I wonder what, changed his mind. I don't know. But only after she reportedly said she couldn't step inside a church. There we go. That was the reason.
That's the golden buzzer.
Yeah. If you can't step in that church, we'll give you an exorcism. But if you're happy to walk in, sorry, Bab. And then, so she needed to not be able to step inside a church and reacted negatively to any religious objects. But, I mean, in my opinion, she didn't go past a crucifix and didn't want to drink any bloody holy water. So what
that was a few days
ago. Is that not it?
I mean, again, it can be explained by psychological distress. I reiterate, this girl is not well. She's not mentally well. But no, we're going to go full on demon mode, balls to the wall.
I mean, it seems ridiculous now, doesn't it? When we think about it, but it wasn't actually that long ago, was it?
No,
I mean, maybe we think it.
I mean, I think it's like 1970 odd. I mean, my mom was born at this time. Yeah, my mom was like 11, I think, at this time.
I was born in 1989. It wasn't actually that many years.
Old?
I mean, I'm an old crone. Apparently, two priests, Father Arnold Renz and Father Ernest Alt, began performing these exorcisms, lads.
So this is where it gets, honestly, genuinely disturbing. So over 10 months, Anneliese undergoes 67 exorcism sessions, sometimes 1 or 2 sessions a week, each lasting up to 4 hours. Are you off your bot?
Yeah, that's not really like a wellness plan, is it? That's like full-time job.
Yeah.
Oh, and then make it extra like traumatic. I wonder what was like involved in like what do they actually do during these exorcisms? Like,
I think it
what are the
seems
acts that they're doing to her?
a lot of Bible reading. So there's a special Bible apparently for exorcism. It's like the Catholic exorcism rite. So it's a lot of scripture. I'm not going to say I know what it is.
No.
I don't know, but it's a lot of prayer. A lot of specific kind of, we know you demon, we know you're in this girl. It's kind of like acknowledging the demon. Apparently, a lot of kind of like demon films, if you watch them, they're kind of like, if you say the demon's name or acknowledge the demon's name, then it kind of, it banishes them. Or, yeah, it responds, and then they have that kind of connection with them, so then they can get power over them, I guess.
Yeah. But then, I mean, there are recordings, aren't there? I mean, I don't know whether you can access them. We'll see if we can. YouTube. Do you think they're on? Are they on there? Have you had a look?
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
Dear lordy, I'll see if I can insert a clip. But I don't know.
If you've never listened to it, Lynds, it's horrendous.
Oh my god,
it is horrendous. So poor Anneliese. So she claims to have been possessed by multiple entities during this time. I mean, when you hear the recording, her voice kind of shifts between different octaves, and it's just the ability for this girl to do this with her voice is extraordinary. But the entities that she said that she was possessed by included Lucifer, big dog himself, Judas Iscariot, because that lad just can't get enough, Nero, Cain, and the evil bastard himself, Adolf Hitler.
Well, he was the man of the time, wasn't he?
He was the man of the moment.
Oh God, oh Christ. So
even though he only had one bollock, but yeah, sure, no worries.
Well, he's dead now, so he died. He died. So, I mean, the list of attendees for this possession was bad enough, but I don't know who invited Hitler. Because back to hell.
Even, I bet Lucifer was just like, who invited this guy?
Yeah. It's like, oh God, this guy again. You know, when you go to a party, you're like, oh God, who invited them?
Look, here he comes, goose stepping into the room.
No, not him.
So yeah, like I said, her voice, God, I need you to listen to this, Lynds, because her voice
I'm going to have to find it.
Insane.
Shall I see if I can find it now and we can react to it?
Yeah. So her voice goes from a normal to deep, aggressive, distorted tones. And before anyone says kind of, oh, that proves it, there is kind of a thought that in dissociative states or extreme psychological distress that obviously this girl is going through, apparently the voice box can change and it can happen.
Okay, let's react and see. It says disturbing exorcism, Anneliese Michel tapes.
Yeah.
Perhaps the most disturbing pieces of audio I've ever heard.
Can't hear anything, can you?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I can't hear it.
You know, she's screaming. She's giving it 110%.
I mean, do you think that sounds like it came out of a girl? Like,
yes, it sounds like a girl doing a funny voice. Dude,
your unrelenting skepticism is exhausting. It drains me of all happiness and energy, and I hope you know that.
I can't hear this.
You can't hear it?
What? Do you reckon I'm possessed? And I'm just thinking, like, this is normal.
That's we're all here. I ran out of evil people to think of. The blonde man from Die Hard is also in here.
I hear that. I hear this, but I don't. That's so weird.
Not Jack Nicholson. He was too cartoonish. You had your.
So I could hear them talking, but I can't hear her.
Oh, that's weird.
What the hell? Don't freak me out like that, Natalie.
Oh, that's weird. How can you not hear it? It's mad.
I didn't hear her at all. Don't say I heard nothing. I'm kidding you not.
Oh my God. You're going to be possessed. You're going to be possessed.
I heard
the people speaking.
The people talking, but not her.
Oh, that's creepy, Lynds.
Don't freak me out like that. Come on, I need to hear her bloody scream her head off.
Oh God, I hate listening to it. It's awful.
Is this making noise?
Oh.
The apple. What?
I hate those videos.
I can't hear it. What's happening? I can't hear a thing. I'm gonna have to listen to this afterwards because I can't hear a bloody thing. What the fuck? But why could I hear the people when they were saying their things but not hear anything of her screaming? Don't know what that means, but maybe it's like shit. Maybe I'm just protected by my guardian angels or whatever it is.
That's fucking bullshit. Fuck that
You never
shit. Why do I have to listen to it?
Do you know who I'm protected by? I'm protected by Bev that lives in the house.
Bev, yeah, Bev.
Bev's looking out with me. Thanks, Bev.
Bev's like,
Love you.
she put her hands over your ears and was like,
Little
Lynds,
ghosty
babe,
hands.
you don't need to hear this, lad.
You don't need to hear this. It's awful. It's bloody
Fucking
awful,
lad.
babe.
Don't know why she's Cockney. Anyway, Bev, good
Worcester.
work. But you need to listen to it. But let me know.
Well, that's creeped me out. Well, apparently while these exorcisms are happening, her physical condition's getting worse. And from the pictures that we can see, the girl looks like shit.
Yeah, she looks awful. So she stops eating properly, sometimes refusing food entirely because she says the demons won't let her eat. So when she tried to eat, she would vomit, or she just couldn't get the food into her mouth. Like,
there's just something going on in there that's
apparently nice demons.
Oh my god. So she was reported to perform hundreds of, was it genuflections? What are they?
So like dropping, like they're kind of like dropping to the knees and then getting back up, really, like,
yeah. And it said to the point where she's like literally smashing her knees up, so all the ligaments in her knees are fucked. Oh my god. And then she bit herself, tore her clothes, and at times reportedly consumed insects or coal. That is disgusting, which again could be seen as possession or someone that's clearly in a severe psychological crisis. She's in a mental health crisis. She desperately needed medical attention. But she's possessed.
She's possessed, babe. She's possessed. I mean, bear in mind that her parents have completely stopped consulting with doctors at this point. So that was at Anneliese's request. But who honestly knows? Like, if she's possessed and everything,
sorry, but
she's not in the right frame of mind to request this.
Crazy. Like, why would you go, yeah, all right, fair enough, whatever you want, babe. She's also a child still at this point. I
don't believe it. Because apparently Anneliese's request to kind of not consult doctors was to die to atone for the wayward youth of today and the apostate priests of the modern church, because a 16-year-old would fucking say that.
It's because she's mentally ill.
So there are no doctors involved. It's purely just exorcism, priest-led, and like we said, they were done over 10 months from 1975 to 1976. And Anneliese is deteriorating and so unbelievably malnourished and dehydrated that there's only going to be one outcome for this poor
Honestly,
girl.
You should see the photos of this girl. I'll insert something. It kind of feels like just morbid sharing this photo, but it's just awful. Anneliese died on the 1st of July 1976. With an autopsy report stating that cause of death, oddly enough, was malnutrition and dehydration, resulting from almost a year in a state of near starvation. Weighed 66 pounds,
that's mad. Broken
knees, and then eventually contracted pneumonia, which is hardly surprising. Honestly, she's just awful. She looks like an old woman.
It's exactly it. But like the lack of, the malnutrition and dehydration is just exacerbating this kind of psychosis that she's clearly in. So I can't. Looking at the pictures of her, I think I'm not quite sure how close to the time she died these pictures are. I think they're pretty much within days.
Well, I can't imagine her living much longer looking like that. Honestly, the poor girl.
No. I think this is where, for me, religion has a lot to answer for, especially for those intense believers. But come on, this girl was dying before their eyes.
It's almost like her parents are mentally ill too.
Yes, yeah.
Some sort of, what's it, like Munchausen by proxy type thing that they've created her like. But illness to I don't know, like maybe it is that, I don't know, like,
but you could we argue that these intense kind of, I'm talking about intense religious extremisms, that could be a mental health problem.
It's, in my head, it's brainwashing. So they've got it from somewhere, and I don't know whether it was her mum's just pure guilt and shame that she did what she did when she was younger, that she's sort of got some sort of trauma from that, and it's created, it's manifested into this thing. I wonder what happened to the other children.
It's a very good point. I have no idea. There's nothing said.
Was anything like happened to them? Was it all just on her?
when I kind of looked at the research, nothing was ever mentioned about the other kids.
How strange.
Very strange. And I mean, I guess it's, the aspect of her mom feeling guilt and then kind of bringing it into the family home with her religious beliefs. I guess it's all generational. Maybe, I'm sure her parents were exactly the same and her grandparents before that, et cetera, et cetera. But to rely,
Yeah, but I
But they
suppose
were-
it's like their whole life is based around that. Like all their family, all their friends are based around these set of beliefs. Like they said that they were from the Catholic Church. They were all deeply involved in that. It creates these strange behaviors because it's almost like so extreme that they'll be like, "We'll just disown you
yeah,
if you don't follow these rules.
you're
We'll
gone.
disown you." And I wonder whether, would there have been a stigma that Anneliese, if she had a mental health condition, because I mean, I'm imagining back then that it wasn't as widely talked about and accepted that there are mental health issues and there's nothing to be ashamed of. I imagine back then there probably was like, the people
I don't
the
think it was a
loony
thing.
bin, or they're just crazy. They're crazy. So they probably preferred for her to have been, she can't help it
Possessed.
because she's possessed,
Possessed,
rather than be labeled as one of these, I don't know, crazy people that have got a mental health problem. Because like you said, there probably wasn't enough research into it and it wasn't widely accepted then. It's only even really now that people are like, oh, people suffer with depression and people suffer with this, that and the other. Like back then there'll be none of that. They've just been through a war. They don't give a shit about people talking about being sad or seeing
Yeah, that's a good
shit.
point. That's a good point. My argument is, and I don't know why anyone didn't, maybe they did, I don't know, why no one else thought of it. If you've continued to rely on exorcisms for this poor girl to get well, and she's had 67 of them, no less. So surely you can also see that this is also
And
not
they're
working.
Yeah. But the
And-
one medical thing that they've done, they've gone, that ain't gonna work.
Gave it a
But they
couple of
thought-
goes and gone, nah,
And they've
you're
thought,
right.
oh, we'll stop at 67 because the 68th won't do anything. But they were
It's
like,
fucking
66?
bullshit.
Let's just try one more time.
Absolute bullshit. It's I honestly, the parents of this,
Yeah,
my
I mean, they're
opinions,
responsible for it, aren't they? Like, really, we don't know enough about it, but she potentially could have been prevented if she'd had
100%.
the medical attention that she clearly needed. If this happened today, there'd be safeguarding issues involved in this.
I'd
wouldn't there?
hope. I fucking hope so, mate.
Yeah,
I really
you don't
hope
know.
so.
We've
But I
seen
mean,
some things, haven't we? I know it's surprising.
after her death, there was, you'd be pleased to know, accountability finally came into play. Hooray. Hooray
after she's-
for the law. Yeah. So both of her parents and the two priests were charged with negligent homicide.
Yeah, I mean, sounds about right. So, I mean, the prosecution, like we were saying, argued that she could have been saved with medical care. And I mean, the fact that her autopsy had said that it was malnutrition, dehydration, those things can be treated, can't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, funny enough, eat food and drink water, replace your
Yeah.
salts and stuff, and you will not have malnutrition and dehydration. And I think here's a key fact, is that she had been advised to continue medical treatment, but it just wasn't followed.
And that's what I mean. But why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why did they not? They
Don't know.
obviously they are so brainwashed that you would rather her die. Really, they've just left her to die, haven't they?
They've left her to die, yeah.
Maybe they did genuinely believe that. Maybe they genuinely believed that she was possessed.
It would almost kind of make you feel a little, well, not better about the whole scenario, but somewhat better if you thought, yeah, okay, if that was their beliefs and they really did love their daughter and they were doing everything they could to try and get rid of this demon that they thought actually was inhabiting her body. But
like, we're seeing it from people that are knowledgeable on
medical
that, because
stuff,
we've been taught that. These people probably have zero medical knowledge, but have been fed these religious
ideologies,
yes, and that's all that they know. So what are they going to do? Go with the medical side of it, even though absolutely this makes total sense, or what they believe? I mean, I'm not defending them because that's clearly they've neglected this child.
Hell no.
The fact that we know that it's crazy to say that she's possessed by a demon, but I mean, even if she was possessed by a demon, she could have done with some medical help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, get an IV in there, get an NG tube down her, like
IV,
put a
some
dolls in,
fucking
put a dolls
sodium
in.
chloride. Jesus Christ, come
Get
on.
some mittens on. Maybe a section. You know?
Yeah, section would be a fucking fantastic idea.
So
Man.
the defense was possessed by a demon. I mean, in a court that's based on law and evidence and facts and whatever, that's a very bold strategy, but clearly they genuinely believe that.
I mean, the court even listened to the exorcism tape. So can you imagine being in a courtroom?
Well, could they hear it? Because I fucking couldn't.
I don't think Bev was there for them that day, mate.
Be like, what's the problem? I can't hear a thing.
Bev saves the day again. Like, I'm clocking out if I'm in that court and I'm on that jury. I'm like, I'm not listening to this. This is horrendous. But imagine having to defend her parents and those two priests. Like, I would look for a different career.
But I think that about everyone that's a defense.
Yeah, everyone deserves a defense.
They do. But I just, especially if you know that they're guilty, I'd be like,
some less than others. Like, fuck it out. Like that prick.
What if I just do a really shit job? You know?
Those fucking. I mean, I don't like to hate anybody, and I don't hate them. I can dislike someone. Those fucking lawyers that defended that Tanner Horner.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No, thank you.
I know.
But her parents, Anneliese's parents, were actually defended by one of the famed Nuremberg trials, defense attorneys, which is quite something. You know, the Nuremberg trials was a big thing, and getting an attorney from that. But ultimately, her parents and the priests were found guilty. Well, we're found guilty of negligent homicide. I mean, they were given a suspended prison sentence, and they needed to share the cost of the legal proceedings. There you go.
That just does. They've not learned anything, have they? Really? Doesn't really feel like a just punishment. I would love to have sat and listened to what their defense was and what the words that they actually said. I wonder if you can find anything on that.
I'm sure you could. But I'm sure it's just going to be, we thought she was possessed.
But I just don't. They must have genuinely believed that, and they must have been able to convey that in court. Because it just go, are you mad? So you've let your daughter die by being malnourished and dehydrated because you thought that there was a spooky ghost possessing her.
Spooky ghost.
You know what I mean?
Like,
the devil. Oh, it's the devil. No, you fucking having me on. You just want to slap him, be like, come on, get a grip.
Like
This is
Hitler,
your kid.
really? Hitler has, ended his own life after the war, and he comes back to fucking haunt a 16-year-old girl.
I mean, even that, Hitler fucking killing himself. You're like, we didn't even get the satisfaction.
No. No one even knows if he actually did, though, because no one saw a body, I don't think.
Well, how do they know he's dead then?
Well, it's just people going, yeah, Hitler killed himself. He definitely killed
I'd be
himself.
like, where is he? Show me him.
Show me the Führer, please.
I wouldn't go, all right then, if you say so.
He's probably fucked
I'll
off
take your word for it.
He's probably fucked off to the Maldives, little wanker.
Yeah. He's shaved his tash off. He's got a tan line.
They'd be like, people coming up to him, just be like,
Me, Hitler? No, what do you mean?
Someone I know. No, not me. I'm not that lad.
No.
Show us your balls. Prick, I hate that guy.
Oh my God.
I don't, you know what? I think one thing that I don't think I could ever talk about the Holocaust.
No.
It's too awful.
But then I find it fascinating because it's like my brain can't compute that. I mean, even this, my brain can't compute that this happened. And that people would allow this to happen. This is like my thing. Watching the Handmaid's Tale at the minute. Or Handmaids?
Handmaid's Tale, yeah.
That's why I find it's terrifying. Because if things like the Holocaust can happen, do you know what I mean? Like, why would something like that not happen? Do you know what I mean? Just find it crazy.
Yeah,
people are nuts. And they do whatever's going on in the world at the moment, you think, oh my God, anything could happen, couldn't it?
Anything. It is. It feels like a pressure cooker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just waiting for something to kick off. Or waiting for Trump to die, really.
Well, we just sit here in our own little world talking about spooky shit. Well, that's going on. Calling people an asshole. We should do Am I an Asshole? Political version. Like,
fucking hell. No. Dear God. Look, I'm just sat here waiting for Trump to shuffle off this mortal coil and join Hitler and all these other lads.
Well, they talk about it. They think that he's got dementia.
I mean, he definitely has. He's got heart failure for sure. He's in his pit in edema.
Lad. But they say about his stance when he stands is very typical of dementia patients.
Yeah, very much. Very much so.
And then he does like the erratic behaviours. I know
He
that
doesn't. Have you
that's-
heard him talk?
Mm.
I, you can't follow anything he says because it's just
I don't think he can follow what
nonsense.
he's trying to say, to be honest.
Absolute scumbag.
Yeah. So the case lingers because it forces you to sit in that really uncomfortable question.
Mm.
And what is that question, Natalie?
So was this a case of devout belief gone too far, or a catastrophic failure to protect someone vulnerable?
I kind of feel it's both. I feel like it's a catastrophic failure to protect somebody because devout belief has gone too far. I feel like they've took the literal belief of their religion and it effectively just made this child be neglected and then
Yeah.
she died.
I wonder, what do you think, like after this has happened and obviously the trial is over and stuff, do you think there was any kind of infiltration of doubt in their belief as parents? Or do you
What,
reckon they just
in
carried
their
on?
ability or as parents or in their belief of their religion of what they believed at the time?
Their belief, like, yeah, so if what they believed in at the time, do you think anything kind of snuck in and gone, were we right? Is this the right thing, do you reckon?
Well, I mean, the fact she's dead probably, I mean, it's alarm bells, isn't it? You'd be like, I don't think she was actually possessed. But maybe they did. I don't know. We're under the assumption that everybody has fucking brain cells. Like, I always say, just assume that everybody's stupid. Because the minute you have, presume that people actually have an ounce of common sense is when things go wrong. This is why I have extreme anxiety and check everything and a massive just need to be a control freak, because the minute I start trusting people to do things and then it doesn't get done or things don't happen, I'm like, use common sense. And then it's just like, even when I was there, when we were working, I always say there's different breeds of people, isn't there? There's just, you assume that everybody's working on the same moral level and the same level of intelligence and the same social intelligence as everybody else. And they're not. Honestly, we've seen it all, haven't we? We've honestly seen it all.
It's quite scary.
Yeah. So we could, like, God, no, honestly, who knows what they were thinking? They might genuinely believe that. There are people that believe extremist views on lots of different things, and you think, are they on this planet? Maybe they were one of them. They were just like, they genuinely think they're right. Even after the death of their child, they must have genuinely believed. They were even defending themselves, going, oh, but we thought she was possessed by a demon. Like, not fucking hell. Honestly, I thought I was possessed by a demon, but also I feel awful that we've failed her. I think that must make the difference. Like, maybe they did say that. Don't know. This is why I find it interesting to see what was actually said by them, what their defense was. Because if they were just like, fuck it, like, oh, we thought she was possessed. We're all, oh my God, I feel awful. We miss our daughter. We thought we were doing the right thing for her. I mean, it wasn't the right thing, but they thought that. I don't know.
But like, if you believe in that, okay, like, knowing who's going to change your mind. I doubt when you've kind of gone this far into that kind of belief and this is what you actually think is happening to your child, I don't think anyone's going to bring you out of it. But like, why stop all the medical care entirely? Why couldn't she have both?
Yeah, I suppose, was it like as extreme as, like, you know, like Jehovah's Witnesses? And because we've seen like people having blood transfusions and they'd be like, they'd rather them die, or do you try anything else than have that? Like, they do. And you think, well, and that's in like today's times. Like, so I don't know. But regardless of whatever we believe or they believe, like, Anneliese was a real person. She suffered for years. It must have been, one, mentally suffering, but also like physically suffering. What an awful way to die. I mean, she deserved better than that, didn't she?
She did. Yeah, and then I feel like I need a nap or a hug and maybe like a full psychological reset after this, because maybe even a fucking priest, who knows? Like, but you know, just a cool one that smokes or drinks. Like, I'm sure they're knocking around somewhere. Like, have you seen like the hot priests on TikTok?
No, but I want to.
They do like a reel of all these hot priests just like walking around in slow
Are they
motion.
really priests though?
Yeah, legit priests.
I will
send you it later.
I'll be the judge.
But rest in peace, Anneliese. I hope you are at peace, away from your fucking mad parents. I'm sorry, hun, but stay away from them.
Yeah, fucking crackers, literally.
Off their tits.
Bless her.
Do
No, I
you
think-
think I mean, in this day and age, like we said before, everything has to be recorded. Do you know what I mean? The amount of videos I've seen this week on TikTok of fights happening on Bournemouth Beach.
Yeah,
or
what's that all about?
Exactly. What is that all about? Everyone likes to get their phones out and think, "Oh, I'm going to get this on video because this is a moment I'd like to remember." Do you, like I don't know of exorcisms today. Maybe they are still undertaken and stuff like that. But would you trust an exorcism today?
No, but that's because we're not religious.
Yeah.
We'd be like,
Yeah.
fancy an exorcism? I'd be like, no, you're okay, thanks.
Let me get this on TikTok.
Yeah, but I think that about lots of things. I would be like a really shit like vlogger because I'd be like, oh, I forgot to record that. I forgot to record that.
But this is the problem, though, isn't it? Like now that people are so concerned. I mean, I know people like this. Like, people are just more concerned with taking pictures or videos of what they'd actually do than actually being in the moment.
Yeah, but you see that at like, you know, like concerts or any.
Yeah, that's sad. That's
And
sad.
really, who, like, you know, if there's a fireworks display, how many fireworks displays have you looked at again on your phone?
Never. But
Never.
once you've seen one firework display, you've seen them all.
Yeah, but why would you
Why do
record
need
it?
Exactly.
It's the same.
Exactly. Oh, it's so Barbara on fucking Instagram can give you a like.
Yeah. Like,
Get over yourself.
or it's people trying to convey that they are a certain way, but actually in
Busy.
reality, yeah, I've got such an interesting life. Do so many fun, interesting things. No, you're not. Half the time you're in your skanky pajamas that's got a rip in the gusset and a stain on it, and your hair's greasy, and you're sat watching the telly. You're not doing fun, exciting things all the time. Or the mothers that are like, I'm the best mother in the world, and we do all these fucking craft and fun things all the time. No, you don't. You get overwhelmed and they're annoying as shit. And
They
you're
are.
you're allowed to lose it and be like, actually, I love you more than like life itself, but I don't particularly like you right now. Leave me alone. I need
It's
some
very
space.
true.
I
Everything.
get sick of
is-
it. I get sick of all the bullshit. Stop fucking lying to yourself more than
Everything is so put towards social media now. It's just sad. Guy, live in the moment. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the now and just if you just go
worrying
somewhere
about
and
what people
not,
think.
Yeah,
That's the big thing.
like
Maybe when
Like-
you get to your 30s, I've definitely, every year in my 30s, I've been like, I literally don't give a shit what other people think now. If you don't like me, I don't care. I literally do not care. I just sit, I ain't got time. I ain't got the time to be worrying about you. I need to be worrying about this podcast, whether I've watered me pissing vegetables outside, which
Oh,
by
not
the way,
fucking-
I have a
Oh.
courgette growing right now. It's so exciting.
How chuffed are you to be growing a courgette?
I'm going to send you some pictures because you're going to be absolutely thrilled for me.
You don't need to, it's fine.
No, I'm going to, and you're going to like them. I need to just worry about my kids. If the washing's been done, are they alive? Are they well? Because I'm clearly a better parent than these two fuckers.
Well, that's a nice little kind of boost, isn't it? Like we sometimes we can fall short in the motherhood department, but hey, it
But
could
let's
be
applaud
worse.
ourselves. We kept them alive for another week. Yeah.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back, all you moms and dads. We're not sexist.
We're all in
around
this
here.
together.
All in this together.
This together. I don't know the words.
Fucking hell! Thank God for that.
High School Musical really wasn't our era. We were too old for that.
I've never watched it.
You're not missing out on anything.
I don't think so either.
It wasn't our thing. We were too old.
Shall we emotionally recover and move on to something a bit lighter? I mean, we already have, but it sounds a bit
Like, what's a witch been watching? And for me, not fucking up. Because I've been busy.
We are under the cosh the last 2 weeks. Okay, guys, it's been very busy work-wise. It's been very busy pod-wise.
We're trying. We're pumping them out for you. You better bloody watch
Beg
it.
your pardon. You know, we had some nice comments on our ancient ramen. Well, we had one nice comment.
Yeah. And we were like, thanks so much.
Nice word,
Thanks
but
for liking.
But thank you for the lovely comment. We appreciate it. And our followers are slowly going up, but we appreciate every single one of you that have done it.
Anyone that's watching this on YouTube or Spotify, anyone that's listening to it, please just subscribe or follow. because we're working hard. Please, what do you want me to do? Do you want a part of my soul?
Do you want Lynds to get her tits out? What do you want?
Do you want Nat to get just even one out? She's got one big enough for everyone. Just stick it in the camera. Go.
No one wants to see that.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I
They're
don't
not
even
as
want to see that.
sweaty in this one.
No, we're not as... The sweat that dripped down my gusset last time was insane.
And my knee pits were...
But yeah, see?
super sweaty.
We've recorded a fucking show in the fiery pits of
32
hell.
degrees. 32 degrees. I wonder
It
what the
was.
humidity was then. I didn't check.
I don't
It's
think it was
the
very
humidity.
high. It's the humidity. That's the
The
Monica
humidity.
friend. It's the humidity. Literally relating to Monica Geller there. But
My hair just goes flat in the humidity. It's like that.
I get frizzy. Do you know when they get
No.
strands like going off and like you look like you've been electrocuted? I hate that.
Mine just goes sweaty and slick.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Love.
I don't know what's better.
Fantastic words there. So yeah, we are so shit. We haven't watched the fucking thing. I need to.
Although
Look,
you said that you watched, have you watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
I've watched that years ago, my friend. But
Maybe we need to rewatch.
I will watch it. I'll watch it with Matt later or the weekend if you want. I will. And you need to watch it, more
I will watch
importantly.
it. Yes, I
Because
will.
you will see that it's kind of exactly this Annaliese's case. It's
I
really
wonder why
good.
they called it Emily Rose. Why don't they just call it Annalise? Do you reckon it was a legal thing?
Maybe. I mean, this she's American, and this one is all set in America and stuff.
Because it's got to be in America, isn't it?
It's gotta be in America. We love you, Americans.
America! Fuck yeah!
What a throwback! But have you at least seen The Exorcist?
I've seen The Exorcist, yeah. I think everyone's
I-
seen The Exorcist, but that was a long time ago. I was like probably not even old enough to watch it.
I mean, if your kids kind of want to get into horror, I would avoid The Exorcist. Exorcist shit me up when I first saw it. Did it? It's the face that pops up on the screen like a flash, and you're like, "Fuck me!"
Yeah.
You think it's kind of you, or it's weird. It's very weird.
Is it me?
Is it me? Am I getting fucking possessed? Annaliese's mum's just like, yes, you are.
It's you. You're possessed. I might say
It's
that's
you.
Sophia when she's having a strop. Like you're possessed by the devil.
The power of Christ compels you.
compels you.
Dear God. But no, we have no film recommendations. Please, if you've got any, give them to us. Thank you.
Well, I've started watching The Burrows on Netflix, and that is the
Jack
Duffer
Whitehall.
brothers. The Duffer brothers that obviously did Stranger Things. You should watch it.
Is it?
It's good. It's based on almost like an old people's community.
Right.
And it's meant to be like a lovely place for retirement village thing, but then creepy shit's going on. And a guy just moved there, and his wife's died, and he's like annoyed at the world, hates everyone. But then things are happening, and he's like trying to figure it out.
I've not seen that advertised on there. Okay.
Well,
That sounds interesting.
It literally was on, but it's like number one in series on Netflix.
See,
Have a look.
it literally goes to show how often I've turned Netflix on this week.
I
0.
literally put it on last night, but I did watch like 2.5 episodes, so it must have been good
Okay.
for me
I'll
to
give it a
be
go.
interested in that. Any documentaries? I don't know if there were any new ones.
There isn't any new ones I can think of, no.
I love it when there's, I really love it when there's a really good documentary series and I can just fucking binge it.
Yes. Do you know what? I don't think there's been a series like that since Making a Murderer.
Yes. Do you know what? One of my favourite documentaries, just because he's fucking nuts, the Tiger King.
Oh my God.
I loved it so much because he is so mental, and these are the things, you're like, these people surely don't exist. He is a prime example of the people
They
you're
exist.
like,
They exist.
these people exist. They're crazy.
He first kind of, I mean, I don't think anyone really paid him that much attention then, but he was
Louis
first kind of
Theroux did it.
Louis Theroux.
That was
Yeah.
before Tiger King, though, wasn't
That
it?
was before. Yeah, that was before.
I remember watching that, but I don't think it just showed him how nuts he was.
No, because it kind of focused on other areas. Like there was they were focusing on like other people who kept wild
People, yeah,
animals,
yeah.
and he was kind of like, making himself out to be a zoo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
my
god, that looked
God,
awful, didn't it? Where they lived.
the second series, it
Well,
was
Tiger
insane.
King, it wasn't as good. No, only the first one. I wouldn't watch the second one again.
I loved the second one when they were like talking
No.
about how they were actually gonna kill Carol, and it actually turned out that they were actually gonna
Carol
kill
Baskin.
Joe. Carol Baskin, the bitch, Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin though is an absolute sweetheart, and I'll not hear a bad word said about her. Okay,
I think she's nuts too.
of course, she is. She's very eccentric.
She's fucking nuts. But
But her husband is so protective of her, and you can understand why, because the amount of fucking shit that she got.
She was just showing him up, and he was like, "Fuck that bitch, Carol Baskin."
That fucking bitch, Carol Baskin. She hadn't even done nothing. She just breathe in his direction, and he would.
No, it's
like,
because she
lose
was
his
like,
mind.
You're mistreating these animals, which he was, and he was
Yeah.
like, "You bitch."
I don't think he was the worst one of them, though. That was that fucking
Oh my god, he was great. That was like a cult as well. That guy, was it Don? Not Don.
Doc Ansel or something like that.
Yeah.
God, he thought he was fucking something special, didn't he? Well, listen,
He was
Doc.
crazy. And then he's got all these girlfriends that are clearly like vulnerable young women.
Having boob jobs and stuff like that. What's a fucking
Yeah.
boob
And he
job got to do
changes
with
their
looking after
names.
tigers? Yeah.
Changes their names and like. No.
But what got me was, okay, like if grown women want to come in and do this and have a man treat them like that, whatever. But the fact that apparently he would like cull tiger cubs when he couldn't use them anymore to kind of
So
for
he didn't have to feed them.
entertainment, so he wouldn't feed them. I swear to God, if that man isn't in prison by now, he fucking better be, or dead.
Yeah,
Leave
doesn't
the
give a
cubs
shit, does
alone.
he? It's just a
Fucking
business.
awful.
Don't care.
I know you got me wanting to watch Tiger King again. I might watch it.
Ooh, I tried
This
making Ava watch it, but she was like, "What? Why are you
This
making me
is-
watch this weird?"
This is a problem, though. I think, I don't know about you, but I'm so used to going back to like shows that I've watched before as a comfort.
Yes, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
What fucking Harry Potter shit? How many times have I watched that?
I dread to
Lord of
think.
the Rings, loads of times. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. Thousands. Game of
You like
Thrones,
it?
I've watched that over and over
No.
and over and over and over and over again.
I would have rewatched Game of Thrones if they hadn't fucked up the last season.
Oh my god, don't even get me started.
Oh, I've touched a nerve.
I get angry now about it. I'm like, it could have been so good.
If it makes you feel any better, I know like we talked about The Boys before, and you and Matt were kind of like not.
Oh, it's because Matt's
interested.
like, it's superheroes. I don't want to watch that.
The Boys started off so strong, and
Oh,
they've
no,
they've
don't, because I'm
gained-
not going to want to watch it.
no, and they've Game of Thrones the last season big time.
Why do they do that?
It's almost like they forget what they've written before, and they
Yeah.
just
Well, there was things in Game of Thrones. You're like, what was the purpose of that? I don't understand why that was even a thing. What was the point?
Brand becoming the fucking king.
No. What
No.
was the point in Jon Snow?
What was the point in fucking Bran? What was the point in Daenerys? No point. She got offed by her fucking nephew. Let's call her what it is. She was
That she was in love with.
shagging. Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
And then what was the point in him? The prince that was promised. And why did they bring him back?
No idea. Jamie and Cersei.
And what was this all this under like story of the fact that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen and actually is the rightful heir to the throne?
Didn't get to be on the throne, though, did he?
And then just they were like, "Oh, actually, just fuck off to the other side of the wall. Go." No.
We're just gonna give it to Brand because he's clearly done so much more than you. He's just sat in the chair for the last.
It was so annoying as well. It's like, I
then
knew this was happening.
Just doesn't say anything and just stares off into the fucking distance over his little. I don't understand. And the fact that they let Jamie and Cersei Lannister die the way they had. I
wanted Jamie to fuck Cersei over. That's all what we wanted.
Yeah.
We wanted him to fuck her over and choose to not go along with her weird fucking like
bit of
ideals.
redemption. We love a redemption arc.
It's like they were born together, they died together. It should be him going, actually, bitch, you crazy.
You crazy bitch.
And I'm gonna go with Brienne.
Yeah, I'm gonna support my
broke her heart. Broke a bloody heart.
My younger brother.
Yeah.
Who is...
I could talk about this all day.
Well, we could do an episode of where we just literally just rip
we could rank. We could do a Game of Thrones ranking each season because I've got opinions about stuff.
Well, let's just get that over now and just say that season 8, is it season 8?
Is season 8. Yeah, bottom of the pile.
It's not even at the bottom. It's in the fucking bin. Okay.
Yeah.
All
it's
right,
like it didn't happen. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. But however, I did enjoy the Dark Knight episode where they had the big fight with the dead at Winterfell. I enjoyed it. And I love the fact that, it was like a fucking badass. And she did it. Because that made sense to me that
It did
she
make
did
sense to
all
me.
that. She did all that training. And it's because they couldn't see her. They couldn't see her. She had a face. She was a faceless woman.
She was the faceless woman. Yeah, it's okay.
And she is so trained that even the dead didn't even fucking notice her. And she was in, and they were like, you thought that you could fucking outsmart her. But she come in and she was like that, dropped it. Take that, you bastard.
My only gripe
Yes.
about it was a fantastic episode, I'll give you that. It was tense as fuck.
It was too dark. I couldn't see off.
I couldn't see a fucking thing. And I watched it because when I got into it, Game of Thrones, it was season 8 was the release of the new episode every week. So I remember watching it in my flat in the day, and
You can't see it. You have to change. I had to change all my settings on my telly. Yeah.
that was ridiculous though. Maybe it was kind
Yeah.
of like you had to watch it at night, which okay, I get but what if you couldn't watch it at night and you needed to watch it in the day? Did you think about that?
They're so inconsiderate.
Fucking arseholes.
But
anyway,
no, I did enjoy it. I was like, ooh, even now, if I watch it now and I know exactly what's happening, I'm like that. Oh my God. I empathise with the characters too much. And I think, oh my God, what if I was in that situation? I would pee my pants. What if an army of the dead were coming together?
coming at you. Let me just. I'm
realistic.
not going to do shit all, my friend. I'm going to be shaking like a shitting dog in the corner.
Yeah, they'd still find me.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Fuck, she's too pathetic." I'm not. Found your love.
I'll be like,
No.
okay, never mind.
Just get it over with and get me dead.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do an episode on Game of Thrones because I love it. I'm gonna have to watch it all again now. Maybe have you rewatched it? Have you only watched it once?
No, I think I did rewatch it because I had a plan that I was going to watch House of the Dragon
Mm-hmm.
because
It's
that
not as
seemed
good,
to
but
be.
I still watch it. It's not
That
as good.
seems to be yeah. See, like I didn't end up watching House of the Dragon, but then I saw what's the new one, The Knight and.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I mean, that's meant to be really good.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't. It is nothing. It's like the feel of it does not feel very Game of Thronesy to me. It's almost
Yeah.
comical.
So I it's been a while.
The
but
Night
I
of the
might-
Seven Kingdoms, was it?
That's the one. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one. I might watch it. We'll see.
Watch it. It was an easy watch. I enjoyed it, but it's not. It doesn't feel like Game of Thrones to me.
I think the trouble is lately because motherhood is so tiring with work and everything on top of it. I just need a comfort
So
watch.
you
to
watch
put on.
things. My brother watches The Sopranos. That's his thing. He watches that over and over and over again.
That's hard to get into. The Sopranos. That's a lot.
I mean, I've watched all of it, but I wouldn't I don't think I'd continuously watch it. But that's Adam. Clearly, that's his thing, you know.
Looks a bit gangster, does he?
Clearly. So, what I really need to know, Natalie, is are you over your book slump now?
I am. Thank the Lord. I read a book that was so juicy. It got me out my book. It got me out my books big time because
Was it a sexy book?
It was a sexy book. So I read The Return to the Black Farm and it pissed me off to no end because it just didn't need to be done, to be honest.
You were like, get on with it.
Get on with it.
Hurry up.
For a horror, I wasn't even horrified. It was just mediocre at best.
Like you're not
So,
even scaring me. It's not even scary.
Not even that. It was just.
Was it
like,
meant to be scary?
It's meant to be disturbing and unnerving. It's kind of like it's the afterlife kind of thing and what happens when you go to a place where you're not going to hell, you're not going to heaven, you're kind of stuck in this awful place called
Halfway
Black Farm.
thing.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was all about God, and I got into the end bit and I was like, I can't be asked this anymore. So I needed something a bit kind of fun and a bit of
Easy, a bit lighter.
easy. So I read a book called Nero and by S.J. Tilley. Now I like S.J. Tilley because she represents the curvy
lady.
the curvy lady, and I like it. I'm a fan because I'm a curvy lady. Oh, what's
And you
happened?
also like diversity, and it annoys me. This is one thing. Sorry to go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
When they have these badass female like main characters,
Yeah.
and they're so skinny, but they're meant to be like fucking warriors. That just wouldn't happen. That isn't real. They
This
would
is-
die.
This is the problem with Fourth Wing, and I know you haven't read Fourth Wing yet, and I kind of gave you the bit of a heads up that you might enjoy Fourth Wing, but I think you'd find the other books tedious as fuck because I did, and I know Nicole struggled with Onyx Storm. The lead FMC in Fourth Wing is called Violet Sorringale, and she was ill when she was a child, but she's going to the Fourth Wing to be a dragon rider, whatever. And she's always kind of seen as like the way it's written. She's like, oh, she's so petite and so tiny. How can, she must be protected, but actually she's a really badass fighter with these knives and her
No, you're
big
not.
ass dragon. And it's just like, fucking fuck off,
She'd
okay?
be snapped like a twig.
Well, apparently not, because she's just so badass. Like,
Why? Why is she badass?
I don't know.
She's
I
not.
don't know. She's got a really. I don't want to ruin the book for you, but she gets a dragon, and they kind of, when the dragons and the rider bond, they share the power. So whatever power the dragon has, it transfers to the rider. So she has like a badass power, which is like lightning wielding and stuff.
Mm.
And that's it. There's nothing
fine.
overly fucking special about Byron Sorrengale. I said it. Come for me, TikTok bitches. I don't care. I love you all, but I think Fourth Wing is massively overrated.
You're speaking the truth. I just don't like these. Oh my god, they're just so skinny, but then
Oh my god.
can fucking fight
It's
for hours and can beat men. And you're like, you can't because you're a skinny bitch. You need muscles.
It's the phrases that I've heard actually in real life, and it gives me the ick. It's I am a strong, independent woman and I don't need anyone's protection. But then they secretly love it when the man comes and protects them, or,
Yeah. I'm
it's
such
like,
a dependent woman.
shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, shut
Yeah,
up.
I know. Yeah, same.
Drives me mad.
Yeah.
But no, this book, Nero, was excellent. And it's it's a mafia romance, and it's a girl who's had a traumatic past, but she's quite feisty, and she stands up for herself. And this mafia, this mobster falls for her, and it's great. It's really
Ooh.
good, and it's spicy as fuck, and it just hit the spot. Please tell me you have now got somewhere with Throne of Glass.
I haven't even touched it. Don't give a fuck. I'm just going to throw my Kindle in the bin. Whatever.
Do not do that.
I won't.
Do not do that.
I just can't. My brain. I'm in the biggest book slump. My brain. I've got too much going on. I don't find. I think because it's not relaxing, because the book's stressing me out, I'm just avoiding it.
That's not good.
Yeah. So, but
Put it down.
Yeah, but you know what I'm like. I can't get over the fact that I'm not going to finish it.
Yeah, but I think what you need to do is stop, and then stop it for a bit, restart it, and just read it in order instead of in tandem.
I think as well, I need some time to get back into it when I've got a bit of downtime. When life's really busy, I just can't. I'm prioritizing everything else, and by the time I get to bed, I'll read like a chapter and then
Falling asleep, aren't you?
it's just like, this book's like 700. There's two 700-page books I'm reading at the same time, and I'm reading a chapter at a time. I ain't gonna get fucking anywhere, am I?
But you're ruining the experience of apparently a fantastic series.
It is, and the thing is, it's like, they are good books, but I'm just finding the fucking to and fro in.
Put it down and come back to it, and just read it in order, not in tandem.
Yeah, I think that you're probably right.
And just get a horror or spicy.
I just need like a short book, like a 200-300 pager, like not a big, just a short thing. Get to the point, quick story, get it out, because then you sometimes get that satisfaction, don't you, that you've got through a book. Do you get that?
Especially if you've enjoyed it.
Yeah. You're like, oh, that was good. I finished that. Let's park it. But when you've got these fucking like really long books and you're like, this is hard work. It's no fun, is it?
I think it's really important. And I saw this video on TikTok the other day, and it was a girl, and she was like, you're an adult. Guess what? You don't need to finish a book. She went, you can actually go, I don't need to finish this. Life's too short.
There's things in me, Natalie, that I can't let it go.
You are beyond help then.
Things need to be done in a certain way.
You are psychotic.
Not finishing this book is just not an option, I'm afraid. I'm
you
doing
are
it.
Help. You are.
I am. I'm a very particular person.
Girl, I don't want to tell you.
Can't even.
I think that's it for us today.
I think
tonight.
So. I need some more wine. This is warm. I can't.
No, I need to get some dinner because I'm starving.
You've not had your tins?
No, not yet. It's all been about washing the child, getting Matt's got the child ready for bed, but now it's kind of parental downtime.
Well, I made a lovely pasta bake, and my kids looked at me like I was trying to kill them, so they barely ate anything. I bet they've eaten 3 million snacks while I've been doing this.
behave. You can't beat a good pasta bake.
I know, it was delicious. Me and Matt were like, what are these bitches talking about?
Ungrateful.
Ugh, ungrateful swines. Put them in the bin.
I might have beans on toast.
I love beans on toast. Any American that says beans on toast is disgusting, you've not had it right. Your bread in America is sweet. You don't know what you're talking about. Your cheese tastes like fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your baked beans don't taste like our baked beans.
You need Heinz baked beans.
Do. Although for the kids, I just get the cheap ones because they don't fucking eat it anyway.
They don't know the difference. They don't know. But their palate isn't refined enough to taste Heinz baked beans. They behave.
And then a nice strong cheddar. Sometimes I even put a bit of sauce on it.
That's bougie. That is bougie.
It's
Black pepper or white pepper. I like a lot of it. No cheese. No cheese on my beans.
I love a bit of cheese. But I put my cheese underneath the beans.
Oh, you dirty slut.
I'm a cheesy bean slut.
Sometimes, have you ever put like a fried egg and then the beans on top?
Oh, no.
You should.
I do a... When I have my... I mean, we're never going to end this conversation, are we? Because we just keep going off on a tangent.
I'm so sorry.
If I'm having a cooked breakfast, I will have like either toast or fried bread, then a bit of egg, then some beans all together, and you get it all in one mouthful.
But you literally could have that sensation.
I've just never even thought about it, you know.
You need to expand your horizons.
Maybe I do. Never even occurred to me to just have egg and beans together.
You're welcome.
You're a genius.
I know.
Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy your tea. I'm gonna drink some wine.
Well, thank you for stopping by to hear our fucking waffle.
We've been talking for 1 hour and 20, and and this is just this one recording. We had 3 failed attempts before.
Look,
God knows if we've got any of that shit.
We like to chat shit, and if you're here enjoying it too, then welcome to the coven. Welcome. Come into our bosom.
And we've also got a nice new intro, so anyone that's watching this is going to see the new intro.
Enjoy it, like it.
Right. But until next time,
stay spooky, darlings. Bye.
Stay spooky, darling.